Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a brand new video. And this week, not on the magic roundabout again, but on the bench, we have got a Dinky Toys Packard convertible number 132. This one with the smooth tyres on it. As you can see, it's been over painted, got broken windscreen, missing driver, and it's a bit of a mess. But what I've done was I actually bought this with all the spare parts. There's the driver, the rivets, the tyres and the windscreen, all new parts. And I bought this as a set, as a pack basically, which worked out a few quid cheaper than actually buying it separately, like buying the casting and then blah blah blah. Most of the time when you buy these casts second hand, the windscreen's broken in some way and the driver's missing. So really you got this reasonably good deal with all the parts. So we're going to have a go at this. There's a couple of colours to choose from. I can do this in a few colours. There's a green, a greeny blue, yeah, it's a grey blue, like a Polaris blue, and there's like a flesh colour. So I'll have a look. Not sure yet. Let's get it all stripped first. So I'll get the tools out. There's a couple of rivets, 1, 2. Base is a bit rusty, and we'll get these out and see what we got. Right, that's the base drilled off. So we just give it a lift up. See what we got. It's quite a hefty base, this. Quite wide. Oh, the wheels are falling off already. That's handy, isn't it? So yeah, it's a bit rusty, and I bought some, don't know what it's like, but I bought some rust remover. So we'll have to have a look, see how that goes on. I'm going to try that on here. There's no paint on the inside of that. You can see it's quite shiny. Yeah, the other wheels fell off. That's handy. Oh yeah, because they, on the back here, they don't have a, it's not pinned over on the back here because it goes behind them, obviously. I was wondering why they come off for a second. Right, so that's it. We're going to get the tyres off. These tyres are shot completely. Look, they're just all crumbling. The tyres are all crumbling. Excuse the funny light. I'm in this room in my holiday home, and the sun's coming down now, and if I have the curtain open, it's so bright you can't see anything. So I've got the curtain half shut, that's why we're in a bit of a funny light, but you can still see it. So it's got to grind off that edge there, the small one there. We just grind that off and pull these tyres are manky, and then pull the axle off there. So that's that. Yeah, these tyres, I think maybe, no, that one, this one will be alright, I think, for spares. I like to keep them spares. Yeah, that would be alright as a spare. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I think it'll be alright with this one. We're good to go with this one. These are red hubs on this, so it must have been that khaki brown colour, khaki brown, horrible colour. I'll put them in there with the spares box in there. Yeah, it's that horrible. I don't like that. Same as that Chrysler. There's a couple of cars in this car. I don't like it. It's horrible browny colour. Right, enough said. Enough waffle. Get on with it. Steering wheel, as you can see, it's poking up a little bit there. So I need to get this down and out. Hopefully it won't snap off. And the dashboard and window screen, what's left of it. Just pull it down there slightly. Should be able to come out now. maybe not. There you go, the old dash nuts come out, so should be able to pull that. Oh, it's bent there as well. It's bent, yeah, it's bent down, so we'll have a look, see if we can straighten it out somehow. Pull it out. Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Just walking down the street singing do one diddy diddy dum diddy day. Got it. There you go. The steering wheel and pin. That can go in there. Just double check when this dashboard goes back in. Oh yeah. You've got your sliders there, look. There, this must just drop in on those sliders. Like so. Yeah, so that's the dashboard, one hell of a chunky piece of metal. And they've got that there. That's metal as well. So there you are, straightforward. Straightforward. Right, that'll go in the caustic soda. That's what's left of the windscreen. Pop that in there because I'll offer it up against the other one. I just got to get this off now. So I'm going to get me grinder out and grind that off. And then it'll be caustic soda time. I'll chuck these horrible tyres. That's all gone. Get that on my fingers now. Okay. Caustic soda time. Okay then. Everything's been cleaned up now. Tied up. Got a few casting lines out. There. There. There and there. There wasn't too many in there. Just a few. I've cleaned up around the edges. I smoothed these because these were a bit battered. So I got the file and just filed them a bit flatter. What else did we do? I just run the file over the bumper edge and try to clean up the headlights. They've been bashed that many times on the edge here that it's flattened all the, as you can see, it's flattened all the edge of the rim there. So I've cleaned it up best I can. Gone around with a sharp pointer, scraped it and trying to get it as best I can. So that's the body. Dashboard's come up nice. There's the dashboard. Wheels are all done there. Axles are all done. Steering wheel. And the man that came with it, I've been around and filed a few rough edges off him around his neck. He looked like Herman Monster with bits sticking out of his neck. In between his legs. He weren't too happy about that, but we got him cleaned in between there and a bit off his back end so he sits in nice and straight. So we've done that. So cleaned the base up and yeah. So we cleaned, like I say, we cleaned the base up and we dry fitted it. As you can see, it all went together okay. Now, methylated spirits, primer, paint. Okay. I'm not 100% sure on what shade of colour I'm going to. I think I might keep it to roughly original with a red interior, red hubs, and like a beigey cream colour for the body. Okay. Okay then, here we go. Right, this is the colour. I've gone with a coral beige on this. I don't like that tanny flesh colour that they use. I really don't. I don't like it. So I've gone with, I didn't want a green. Got plenty of green ones. So I wanted this coral beige. I've seen a couple of these in beige on Google Images. So it's been painted, it's been lacquered. Now what I've been doing is I'm going to do the interior red. I've made a start on it. Okay, just the side panels. This is just a base coat at the minute. I normally give my interiors 2 coats because I do it over a gloss, because you can wipe it off easy if you go over the lines. So there we are with that bit. I painted the inside of the base red, so when you could get it on, it looks like it's carpet. I've done the dash, if you can see that. I've detailed the dash as best I can. Got the chrome strips down there, knobs and stuff, radio. Can't see it very well there, but so I've done that. Painted the hubs because they're going to be red. So I think we're about there. So I've got to paint the man yet. And what I have done also, because I wanted to do the thing, I scraped this side here, so you can see that. I'll scrape the paint off that long bit. That will be difficult to paint it, get it right without splashing it all over the place. So I'll scrape this off. And how I do that is with, I personally, you can use any blade you want, as long as it's sharp. But I use one of these flexible Wilkinson's things. I know they are quite dangerous, but I'm not actually scraping it. I'm getting underneath it, underneath the paint. And I'm going from this side where there's less body work, if you know what I mean. So if I turn it around this way, I can go from this side, but you've got more chance if you bend, you're going to scratch your paint. So just to give you a demo, hopefully you can see this. I had to rest my hands on the desk, so just get the blade underneath the paint. Okay, and you see that peeling up now, look. Just go along steadily. Okay. Nice and steady. Just gently. There you go. And it's come off. If you decide you want to do this on one of your cars, the best thing to do is, before you paint it, when you're prepping your bodywork, run your sandpaper over this piece that you're going to do. Yeah, because that way it will get it smooth, and it will help in this process, so your blade's not snagging. It's not going to stop snagging. It will snag, but you just got to be careful that you don't push your way too far through it and cock it up. So you just got to take it nice and steady. You get underneath the paint and the primer and just gently do it. Okay, there you go. That's how I do it. That's how I do mine. When the need arises, this will take a bit more constant. There's a little bit here, as you can see. It moves up and down there, so got to be careful with that bit. So that's where we're at. So what I'm going to do, what I've just done in a minute, I've just been doing the door cards, getting a coat of paint on those, and I'm using Revel Aqua paint. I like to use them for hand painting, these Revel Aqua. Okay, and I use their colour mix as well. I just find them they're easy to go on and they're not as smooth. So I've given it a base coat. You just got to be careful, you know. Just take your time. And also the beauty, if you're doing it over a gloss coat like this, if you go over the lines, if you're quick enough, you can just wipe it with your finger, or you can go over with a toothpick and just clean it off later. But if it was on a matte surface or an ungloss surface, the chances are you might not get it off. you'd have to use some sort of thinners or something to get it off. So there we go, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Get your base coat on as flat as you can. And thin your paint down to a milky consistency, so it's like milk, because this Revel Aqua paint is quite thick, and you will need to thin it down, no doubt about that, if you choose to use it. Nice and steady. I will put a gloss coat over this, or a gloss varnish, when it's finished, or a satin varnish, one or the other. So that's what I'm doing. There we go. You see. This is what we're doing. We're going to do the seats, everything else, but there's this piece here, the tourniquet, the hood cover is going to be in a slightly darker red, and I'm going to leave it matte, which will be this slightly darker red, to look like it's like a mohair type of hood. Okay, so I shall carry on doing this. As you can see, there's a lot to do. I mean, people say, oh, you could spray the interior. Yeah, I can if I want to, but I don't know, but I prefer, it's my choice, I prefer to paint my interiors by hand. You know, yeah, I could mask it off, paint it up, but I don't know, I just feel like I like to paint them by hand. I like to paint by hand. You seem a bit more control over it, and you ain't going to mask it up either. You know, because masking up can be a pain. It could cause damage to your paint and bleed through and all that, you know, and I've just painted the bloody thing, so I don't end up having to mess about with it again afterwards. So we do it this way. That's my personal choice. You can do whichever way you want, mate. I'm not going to tell you which way to do it. Down to you. Right, I'm going to carry on do this interior. Get a nice, try and get as smooth as you can, because your next coat is going to, obviously when this dries, the next coat is going to show through. Right, so I'm going to get this interior painted. I'll scrape the rest of this side, and then I'll come back to you when we're doing the chrome details. Okay then, that's all the interior finished off. There's the red, and I've gone with the it's a reddish brown hood at the back, so I would have thought when the hood is up that'd be more contrasting with the colour, brown and beige. There's the completed scraped sides there and there. So now we're going to do some detailing. Like I say, I'm going to show you all, but we'll get cracking and we'll make a start. It's quite a bit of chrome work on the front of this thing, so we've got plenty to go at. Plenty to go at. There we go. Nice looking car, this. Well, let's hope everybody's doing okay at the minute. Got a chance to chat to you while I'm doing this. Oh, the sun's out today. Really, really hot. There'll be 2 videos out this time round. The other one, as you probably will see, was a DMC challenge. And I'd appreciate the friends of the channel. Not all of you signed up to see a plastic kit, so I thought I'd try and get this one done on time, so you can have a sort of restoration, custom, resto mod, whatever you call it, to have a look at. It's only fair, isn't it? It's not often you get something different on the DMC. It's usually like some sort of die-cast related. So we get all this done in here. We can. Yeah, there's a lot of chrome on the front of this thing. I wouldn't want to polish it if it was mine. That's a lot of polishing. It's a lot to keep clean. Get all underneath there done. Get that out of the way. Get a little bullets down at the front there. Yeah, it's a lovely day here today. In the past few days it's been winding and raining, but today, outstanding. So everybody's out with the lawnmowers. I've got the dogs in the shed with me because it's too hot from outside. Luckily for me, my shed is, in the summer anyway, it's sheltered by a massive tree. So in the summer it's nice and cool in here, but in the winter it's extra cold. Plus you get all the birds jumping on the friggin' roof, trying to make you jump while you're painting, especially the pigeons. Anyway, around there, it's taking shape now. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm getting my holiday home organised with I've got a room there now I can use, but I have to be careful in there because it's 3-bedroom, but it's one of the bedrooms that I've turned into a hobby room. But I can't be flinging paint around in there, so I have to be very careful, or else I will be in serious trouble. So I'm trying to get virtually 2 lots of stuff that I can leave there and stuff that I can leave here. Because it's a long way to travel if I forgot a tin of paint. So I need to double up on stuff at the minute, so that's what I'm trying to do. Right, I'm going to finish this off. It's coming to shape. Look, there you go, look. Coming on. I'm going to finish this off, and then it'll be assembly time. Right, all done. Got the little things on the side, chrome, I don't know what they are. Whether they're for fancy dress, I don't know. Back bumper, back lights. Did some chrome work up there. And there. That's the front end. I had to redo the front end because I checked on Google Images. I always like to look on Google Images when I'm doing a non-sympathetic restoration. And I was looking, because this is a 53 as far as I can make out. Packard 53 convertible. And I was looking, and I noticed that most of them, majority of them, I've got, it's all blacked out in there, and the chrome sits at the front. So whether it's a radiator or behind that, I'm not sure. With a big radiator if it is, but most of them are blacked out. These are two little lights here, so I had to try and black that out, but then it didn't work out well, so I had to re-chrome the front after I blacked it. Bit of chrome on there, down the side again. So that's it now. So it's all done, cleaned up. The driver, well, you've seen the dashboard, haven't you? Yeah, you've seen the dashboard. So the driver's over there. Jerome, let me go and fetch him, because I think he should be dry now. He's on lacquer. Come on, Jerome. It's time you've showed yourself, boy. Here he is, Jerome. Whoops, excuse me. Black trousers, grey jacket, white shirt. There you go. So he's done. So now it's assembly time. So I'll get my mat out, get my bits and bobs, and we'll get. Oh, I'll just show you this windscreen a minute. I've done a bit of work around the window there, like the top there and down the side. But you notice there's a line there. I've checked it with the original, which is in here, it's broken somewhere. There it is. Let me just get it. If you look at the original, that has the same line, even though you can't see it very well. Just there, bottom. This is where it goes below that's the line at the top of the dash there. So this is the bit you see through. Okay. So it's assembly time. Here we go then. See if we can get this bad boy back together. I've pinned over the front axle. The tyres that came with this aren't great. I think they look, to me, poorly O-rings actually. The way they're done, I think these are O-rings. But I'm going to use them anyway because they came with the kit. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure which should I put in first. I think the window unit has to go in first, I would say. Because it has to go in, you have to squeeze this a little bit to get that to fit in there without breaking it. It has to go up underneath. Show you in a second. I'll get it to fit. Goes up underneath here. There, like so. See, there's like a lip where that lip fits over there. You should push it down slightly. So I'll get it to fit best I can. It's a bit fiddly getting this in exactly right. It's a repo and it doesn't fit fantastic. I'm trying to get the fingers all over it as well. Right, I think that's about it. Near enough. Right, dashboard. This probably push it up and hold it in place, I would say. Get it the right way up. Stupid. This is one of those you've got to get. Put it in level if you can. Right, that's in there. That's better. Looks better now. That looks better now. Always strikes me though, when you look at this one, you see this one in the original form. The old driver always looks bigger, like he's sticking his head out the top. Right, so that's it. That's windscreen in. You've got to get that dashboard in, drop it in level. Let's have a look at the steering wheel. Drop this in. There. Come on, Jerome. Put you in there, fella. Just hold his head for a minute. Just going to put a bit of super duper on the bottom of him. So he holds in place. Hey, just give him a second just to get himself in gear. If I push that steering wheel up slightly. Oh, there you go. That's more like it. I should bend that really, shouldn't I? Should have bend that slightly. They're not very fucking strong, are they? They weren't very strong. There you go. Jerome's off on a date. Right. Balance that there, nice and steady. He's sitting on his head. Now then. Let's get the bar. Where's the, what have I done with the bar? What have I done with it? Oh, there it is. Thought I lost the bar. It rolled off the bench. It rolled off the bench. Now, of course, this one doesn't need peening over. Because it's going underneath. So it should hold it. Right. Sit the front in. There you go. She be in. Sitting flat. Super duper. Got to have your super duper. In there. In there. Drop that in. And drop that in. Hold there for a second. Okay, so next time you see it, it'll be on the old magic. Okay then, here we have it, all done and dusted, sorted. Dinky Toys Packard convertible. yeah, it's come out quite nice in the end. Nice red interior, reddy brown hood canopy. You can see the front, I had to where I painted in the front there, and the grille there. A few bits and pieces, scraped down the side. So I'm holding the camera, it's not on a tripod. It's got his repo window screen in it. There's Jerome sitting there quite happy. It's got a red floor, and you can see the dashboard sits out quite nicely with them extra details in it. So there you go. Jerome's on a hot date. I see one or two bits that I've missed. I could have gone further down in with the red paint, but I can touch that up at a later date. There you go. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I hope you like this one. Look forward to your comments as always. There you go. And I think next week is the end of month purchases next week. Like I say, I haven't done much purchasing this week. I've got a couple of donations, but we'll show it anyway. Okay, alrighty then. Bye for now. Take care. See you shortly. There you go. Just have another look at it. I did also scrape the top of the doors where there's a chrome piece on the top of the doors there, as you can see. On the flat of the doors there's a chrome piece goes along there. Did those as well. Alright, see you later. Bye.